So now I'm going to be reading a bit from pages 114 to 117. Let's go now. I was still coughing a lot and couldn't really swallow foods that well without coughing due to many causes, one of them being my mouth muscle strength was so weak. One day I was weighed at 110 pounds. By the end of high school, I worked my way up to around 150 to 155 pounds of solid muscle. My body looked so weak and bloated from the steroid/prednisone, but when I would look in the mirror, I would still try to pop my pecs, show myself like I could still do it.
That is the peck pop of love.
And as I mentioned back at Highland, you could catch me practicing my basketball shooting form as best I could from the hospital bed to make sure I didn't lose that either. Moving ahead a bit, everyone would try to understand what I was saying and what I wanted, as my speech was so badly slurred. It was super frustrating. It was like I was a baby with the mind of an adult. I knew that I wasn't being understood, yet I knew what I wanted to say. I started trying to feed myself a bit to get myself back to normal, but often I would lose energy and become too tired to do it, and my mom would have to finish the job. At physical therapy, which happened to be my favorite, I started lifting weights again, practicing walking and going up the stairs, stretching and being tested on these things. With the lifting, I could barely get up 5 pounds and I had no dexterity or control of my limbs. I was relearning everything that used to come so naturally. At first, I could barely get up 1 flight of stairs without being out of breath and out of strength. By the end, I was going up 20 flights of stairs, making pretend I was Sylvester Stallone in the movie Rocky, and was going past my dad who was quote-unquote training with me. Some of the stuff that we were doing would make me so frustrated, and I would start crying and give up until my mom or dad would convince me to keep trying over and over again. They never let me get too down on myself. I even got to walk outside to a park one day, which was really exciting to finally breathe in some fresh air and get some sunlight after not having any for 4 straight weeks. One of my physical therapists, who was a former college soccer player, and she knew I liked soccer too, so a couple times she would set up some cones and have me dribble in and out of them, as well as have me learn other soccer drills too. Then one day she had the idea that I could go outside and play basketball. I was so excited. It felt like the first time I was ever playing. We walked down to the courts, which were at a park about a block over from the hospital. I grabbed the ball to take the first shot and airball. It was as if all the life had been sucked out of me. I took a bunch more shots and I couldn't even reach the rim most of the time. I was so dejected and disappointed. I started bawling out in tears. This wasn't where I was supposed to be. I was supposed to be having fun at college and playing college basketball and on to my goals of dunking, and here I was unable to reach the rim on most shots. I don't know if I made 1 shot all day. Maybe I made 1. My mom and therapist encouraged me to keep going, so if you guys want to read more, of course, check that out on my website, jaredbryanweiss.com. And of course, just to be clear, that wasn't even like the worst of it. That was actually coming from the last hospital, which was actually more of the rehabilitation place. But this serves as a powerful reminder